Ooh, alrighty. It's time to take a look at some cyberangels. I haven't seen these things in forever. Who are you?
Venus Engine Omega.
Okay, what do you do?
I summon engine tokens.
Okay, I'm willing to try anything. Hello, everybody on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate. Welcome back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day, for 100 days, we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, is the 78th day, and it's time for a deck consisting of two very interesting archetypes to do. I ignore the horse on the screen, that's not important. What's important is we're playing some cyberangels today. Good old Ritual Monster Supreme of old GX era. And we're combining that with something that I forgot was actually a thing in this game, is engine tokens with things like Motor Shell. It's a very interesting combination of cards, and I swear that there are combos in this deck that works with this. We got combos and wombos, as always. So, we got ourselves a deck here today combining the cyberangels and the Motor Shell and doing some stuff. It's a very casual-minded sort of deck, and we're just trying to, go second with our deck a lot of the times, summon some rituals, hit our opponents. Pretty straightforward sort of deck. So we got ourselves a deck here today, thanks to Mr. Cloranus Benner, who, if I remember correctly, he gave us on stream, because I couldn't find the actual comment, so pretty sure this was a stream idea, that or I'm going crazy. One way or the other, he gets the shout out for today. So we got ourselves our deck here today, we were showing out them combos and wombos, showing off the what do's and the what not do's. And we're going to have ourselves a good old time, summoning out our cyberangels, going for the Motor Shell and the Fiendish Engine Omega, and we're going to have ourselves a good old time and hit our opponent pretty dang hard. So if you want the whole deck profile, it's going to be at the end as always. For now, hit up all the good buttons below, help the channel out, and for now, let's get right into the action, show off what this baby can do. Alright everybody, our first opponent, another day and another card game. So with our deck, I prefer to go second, seeing as cyberangels are an offensive-minded archetype. And that's exactly what I'm seeing with this hand thus far. I will bring up the Horuses are in here. Look, they're never going to be part of our offense. I promise you that. They will only ever be used as fodder for things. I do not need to use Horus for anything else. So if this guy harpies me, well, that's a little unfortunate because I have nothing else, but with any luck, this will go through and I can at least get started with my plays. Main point of having the Horus in here is for me to go into, like, Saryuja. That's, like, the main thing. Because there's a really cool combo we can do with this deck, combining our Diviner of the Herald and our Motor Shell. It's very cool when we do it. It's a very silly little thing we can do with this deck. So I'm hoping we can pull that off. We'll see where it goes. So, alright. The Horus is a go-go. Thank you. Ooh, already have Diviner. Nice. Very nice to see the Diviner of the Herald. And this guy's got something. Is it like one of them Dominus trap cards? You can, like, negate the King Sarko? I'm not certain. Let's go ahead and ditch Fiendish Engine Omega. A guy we usually try to summon out from our deck with the one spell that we have with him. Engine tokens are not a category of cards with a lot of support behind them, but they have stuff. They have things. Who says they don't? But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to summon out a couple of our horse monsters. Again, everyone's in defense. They're not part of our offense. Ever. Well, it's not the point of this card. Let's see. Summon some monster from the deck of the extra deck. You know what? If you're going to be like that, I'm just going to go for Diviner of the Herald here. Okay. Let's go ahead and use Diviner of the Herald. We're going to use its effect. And I can ditch Herald of the Arclight. When it hits the grave, I can search Ritual Monster or Spell. And we're going to go ahead and get our Machine Angel Ritual. And that'll be pretty nice to get ourselves started. So let's activate our Machine Ritual. We're going to summon out Dakini. And go ahead and for the offense. Again, the Horuses. I could summon more. I refuse to. They're not part of the strategy. So let's just attack with everything. So we'll attack with Dakini. I really wish my opponent had, like, a monster. Because then I could use Dakini's effect, which is pretty nasty, actually. Because when she's summoned out, my opponent has to send one of their monsters they control to the grave. It's their choice and all that good stuff, but, it's still pretty beefy. It also would have been really nice if I had Eda10 or Ben10 on the board instead. I can make Ultimaya Zolkin if I had, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see here. Like, I got Dynamundo, but I really don't want to summon Dynamundo just yet. I don't think so. I could, but I feel like that'd be kind of a waste. That's the thing. Dynamundo might be good with, what you call Voiceless Voice and stuff like that. But the cyberangels don't really have effects when they're just plain old special summoned. They have to be ritual summoned. But I'll go ahead and get back my Machine Angel ritual, just in case I need the darn thing. And we'll see where this is gonna go. My opponent hasn't really done anything yet. She are playing the Madolche. Alright. Madolche it is. Makes me kind of curious why you chose to go first in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and, perm the Pretensoir. I think that's probably a good idea. Considering he didn't do anything, I have to be under the assumption my opponent doesn't have much at the moment. So he should be okay, relatively speaking. So, yeah, I mean, Dakini does have piercing damage, too. I should... Ooh. Oh, he's a turn too late. I have Motor Shell, which is a really cool dude to have. Because if I have my level 6 Diviner, and if I have Motor Shell, that's a nice little recipe for summoning out Chaos Angel. That is one of, like, the cool combos we do have in this deck, and I would like to pull that one off. It's the main reason we run Saryuja. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I guess I could just hard make Chaos Angel, but let's just... let's not do that just yet. First, we're going to make our Undead Vampire. And, you know, Vampire, he can be in attack mode. He's okay. Vampire's cool. Horuses, I will be saying, for the last few 100 Days episodes, I think we only have one other deck. One other deck that's going to have, what do you call them? Horuses in it. Oh. You're going to bounce my dude. Okay. Summoning Madolche from the hand with attack lesser equal to the attack of the turn. Ooh. That could be bad. Relatively speaking, I suppose. That could be relatively not great. So who are you summoning? Just Pretensoir again? Okie dokie. And this will summon another Madolche monster, which I guess is something, but that's like all that's gonna do. Alright, well, regardless of that, I'll summon back Imseti, and I'm gonna summon out my Motor Shell. See? I told you, I told you these guys are gonna do some stuff. So let's go ahead and activate our Machine Angel Ritual spell, and we're gonna summon our pretty much boss monster of all of our deck, which is Cyberangel Vrash. And a Motor Shell, he has an effect. When he is sent to the grave, I get the Spiffy token. I get a nice Spiffy token. What does the token do? Nothing. But it is on the board, and it's something I have. So, let's go ahead. Let's just attack this dude. I think that will work. Let me double check. Yeah, if he'd only had a monster from the... I was hoping he would summon something from the extra deck, because Vrash is kind of like a Necroz in a way. Because when it's summoned out to the board, I can get rid of... it destroys all of my opponent's special summon monsters from the extra deck. And what is this doing now? Target card opponent destroys and destroy it. Heck no. I shall simply banish my little buddy here. That is kind of what the whole point of Machine Angel Ritual is. It's a nice ritual. Just ritual out your monsters, and then guess what? After that, you're just gonna, protect your monsters too. So let's attack him with Diviner of the Herald, and let's do what no duelist has ever done before. Attack directly with an engine token. Oh yeah. There you go. See, we're doing the thing. Now, granted, this is still Madolche. Part of me wants to go into Saryuja. Part of me wants to make Shengying. Let me think. I guess Shengying would at least be, like, a good idea. Considering... Yeah, I'll go ahead and make Shengying just in case. Maybe this is a good idea, maybe it's a horrible idea, but you know what? It's our idea, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll go ahead and end our turn for now and see where this is going to go. Let's see here. Now, one good thing we do have with Vrash, now that I have my ritual in the graveyard, if he tries to, like, nuke me or something, Vrash can shuffle back a ritual monster into the deck to protect all my cards from field nukes, but it don't matter, because there's the win. Okay, so, I mean, that could have gone totally wrong for us, but Dolce are infamous for the combos that they can do, and they can OTK out the wazoo. But you know what? We caught them with their pants down, and that's just fine by me. So, you get an idea what this deck is trying to do? Technically. I mean, I summoned an engine token. I attacked directly with it. What more do you want? Okay. I summoned out the engine token. I got my cyberangels on the board. That's what we want to do. And yeah, I had the Horuses, but they are never going to be anything but tribute fodder. That's their purpose here. But regardless, here is our good first duel. Let's go ahead for a good second duel. Show off more what this deck can do. I've got some combos I'll still want to wombo. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alrighty, what do we have for a hand here? I know everyone's looking at all the Horuses and thinking, oh, it's Horus, but no, hold on. We have something even better than the Horuses. You know what we have in our hand? We have Choju of the Trillion Hands. This is a really nice monster in our deck. It's even better when we go for Vampire Undead to just special summon him. But whenever he's summoned, by whatever means, he searches Ritual Monster and Spell. He's literally Senju and Manju all in one monster. He's really, really nice. He's a really good, I mean, he's a tribute summon, but again, any summoning will do us good. So we're up against some version of Ada's Pendleton Dragons. Okay, so this is going to add you a monster. And then this is going to summon out another monster. I know how this part works. Monkeys! Monkeys! Okay. I kind of wish, like, there was a performer pal that was a barrel full of monkeys. I don't think there is, but that would have been a really cool monster, too. I think a monster that's just a barrel of monkeys would be hilarious. Alright, so what do we have here? What does this guy do? Alright, valet, sense of the monster. That'd be the butler, right? I think you sent the butler with this. I don't remember the combo. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. I could be very wrong. I could be very wrong indeed. No, it's in fact a classic Karibo. You would discard a Karibo monster? You monster. Okay, well, regardless, let's get our one King Sarko. I will mention we only play the one King Sarko in this deck. For various reasons. The main reason being, it's not what we're trying to do. It is not our plan. You know, the Horuses are there, but we don't need them for stuff. Oh, well, that stinks. I was gonna go for Choju. Man, I don't want to summon the Horuses and actually care about them. That's not my shtick. Alright, well, regardless, I'm gonna have to do something here, so... I might have to sit on the Horuses for a turn. I really don't want to, though. Like I said, they're not part of the strategy. I wanted to tribute summon Choju. That's what I want to do, but my opponent's like, draw the Lucky Birdie. Also, for some reason, I wasn't allowed to call there. I'm not sure why. It is what it is, I guess. My guy didn't want none of that. Alright, let's go ahead and set a card and we'll pass the turn for now. Because like I said, I'm not attacking with the Horuses. You can't make me. You can't make me. I won't doing it. I won't do it. I won't do it, Captain. Alright, so what does Monkey Board do again? I don't even remember what his Pendulum effect is. This card's scale will become a 4, but you can still Pendulum summon that. Then you can add another monster. Okay. That's like a once per turn thing. But it's still pretty cool. Alright. Alright, that was a Pendulum Sorcerer. He's level 4, so you can't Pendulum summon to him, but you can normal summon, right? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. You got yourself a monster. You got yourself another monster. As you're wont to do. What is this doing? Well, this card is summoned. Target a performer pal or odd-eyes monster in the graveyard. You know what? I'm not sure what you're trying to... Oh, wait, no. No, don't make me banish Karibo. What am I doing? No! No! I can't believe I did that. I just banished a Karibo. I feel so bad. What's this doing? Oh, you're spamming my cards back to my hand. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and use Seti, and we'll go ahead and use Happy as well. Doesn't really matter too much, but... you know what? Yeah, here. You can have this Karibo back you want so bad. Add them both to the hand. There you go. You can have the classic Karibo. Okay, I've redeemed myself in the name of Karibos everywhere. So let's go ahead and ditch your Odd Eyes to the back to the extra deck, I think. It's probably better than nothing. Although I believe, yeah, he can still synchro and stuff. I thought this was a 9 for a second. No, it's a 6. What do we got? Enlightenment Paladin. Okay. What's this guy do again? Using Magician Pendulum Scale, which it was not. Let's see. Destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage equal to traditional attack points. Neat. Alright, so my ball's doing some neat things. I can't wait to do my neat things, although he did he did stop some of what I'm trying to do here. Alright, let's see where this is gonna go. Now, the tricky bit here is... Actually, I think I need to allow this to happen. Because I'll take a bit of damage, but if I remember correctly, Vortex can negate, Spell Trap or another effect is activated. I better wait on this just in case. I just have this feeling. Alright, so, yeah, he destroyed all my monsters. Whatever, doesn't matter to me too much. Let's go ahead and special summon back a couple of our dudes. We'll summon back these two dudes. Oh, wait, I did say I was never going to attack with these things. Shoot. Okay, just this... Okay, I'll be the hypocrite today, and I will say... I have to at least get rid of Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Okay, well, after that, no more attacking with these things. Okay? I mean, yeah, he's gonna Odd Eyes Pendulum. I don't care. That I don't care much about. Alright. So yeah, he'll summon out another one of his Pendulum Dragons. It could be any number of dudes. It could be a lot of things. Let's see. We shall see. You're gonna... Oh, he just comes back. Well, that's just annoying. Alright. Might as well at least attempt this. I forget if he can negate... Oh, no, he can't negate that. Well, I was worried about nothing. For the sake of nothing. Well, what do you think? What do you know? Alrighty, so while this is going to be a thing, let's go ahead and tribute summon Happy, and summon out our boy Choju of the Trillion Hands. Got all them hands. Alright, so in this case, I really would... Like, one of the better combos is this. Ben 10, E to 10, and Diviner of the Heralds is one of the best combos you have in this deck. Let's see. I suppose we can go for, like, Vrash. Yeah, why not? Let's go for Vrash, just because he has something summoned from the extra deck. Why the heckin' not? So let's go for Machine Angel's Ritual. We'll go ahead and summon out Vrash using Duamfe and Imseti. That way we get them all back in the graveyard. And then, good old Vrash is back on the board, baby. Back on the board, pop that monster, deal some damage. Alright, let's see. I'll leave those dudes in the grave for now. And let's see. I could use Merciful Machine Angel to draw more cards. Although I'll lose Natasha. But I think I need to do this. As much as I don't want to lose Natasha, I think this will have to do for now. Alright. Alright. We'll see where this goes. We'll see. I mean, I've got my Vrash. I got a little protection on my side. We'll see where this is going to go. I mean, he can Pendulum Summon. The only thing he can Pendulum Summon from the extra deck, though, is Odd Eyes. But that's fine. I keep an Honest just for this sort of emergency. But what are you going to do? Pendulum? You're going to Exceed Summon into Odd Eyes, Exceeds Rebellion Dragon. I do not know what this does. Let's see. What's this do? Detach material targeted to 2 monsters. 3,000 less attack points. I think I'm going to go ahead and use my Vrash's effect. I shall shuffle back my Ritual, and I shall negate the Destruction effect. And also blow up your monster. Because that is something he can do too. Granted, it'll get another monster, but again, that's fine. You know, I like it when my opponent and me both get to do stuff. You know, interaction is key to this game survive in the future. Unlike what most meta decks like to do. I'm looking at you guys, Canines. I see you. I see you guys. Alright, so now he's got Vortexia. Alright. Oh, he keeps getting rid of my stuff. Back to my hand, yeah, but still, it's annoying. Stop it. Alright. He forced me to attack with these darn horses I don't want to attack with. Let's see here. Let's see. To the end of the turn, I'll get 1,500. Might as well bait out one of the negates on this darn thing. He keeps bringing the darn thing back. That I don't like the most. That's the thing I'm not liking about Vortex Dragon. He keeps coming back. He could protect Choju. I don't think there's a point in protecting Choju, though, at the moment. Like, I'll take less damage, but at the same time. Alright. You've had your fun, Mr. Odd Eyes Man. I like your words, funny magic man, but it's time for you to go underground. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Summon forth our two dudes, and then I am going to go ahead and tribute summon out Fiendish Engine Omega. That's right, I summoned the boy. And I'll save those guys for... you know, I've already attacked once with these guys. I know what I said, okay? I know. I don't like attacking with this thing. I'll summon one in attack mode, one in defense. I think that's fair. Alright, so let's go ahead and battle phase. Fiendish Omega will destroy his Vortex Dragon. Seriously, I can't chain call by to this thing? It's kind of ridiculous, but whatever. I'll just do it in the end phase. Or not. Because I keep forgetting how this bloody thing works. Ugh, he's such a pain. He's a bit of a pain. What can I say? Alright. I mean, it's what it is. End phase, Omega does have a mandatory effect that gives me a token. Will he negate that? I guess he's going to negate that. I mean, that's what are you going to do? What can you do? He's going to keep negating my cards. Kwebish Kababa, go ahead and use your effect. It won't even matter that much. Why can't I call by this thing? I'm just trying to get rid of the stinking Ice Dragon. It's really annoying. It's a really annoying monster that's just, like, there. Alright, so we got Ice Rebellion is back on the board. Well, that's it. So, I'm still good. Just, let's see, this is only if it's destroyed, right? Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, King Sark will still just return or banish or send to the grave, whatever. Whatever this dude summons. What is this doing now? Fusion summoning. You know another one of this? I hope it's not another one of this. No, it's whatever the heck that is. Vanity Dragon. What does this do? Let's see. Monster with 500 attacks, effects negated, inflicts 500 damage to the opponent. Okay, that's redundant, but okay. I mean, 500 damage is 500 damage being 500 damage. But either way, I got King Sarko still. So I'm just gonna send your Vortex Dragon to the graveyard. And then I'm gonna go ahead and finally call by on this darn thing, so it stops being a problem. Alright. Now I just do my Machine Ritual spell. That's all I need. Hey, that's exactly what I wanted. Got preparation rights, baby. Now I get my E to 10, and I can recover my ritual spell. Hey, does this do anything else that I'm completely oblivious to? This card is destroyed, place it in the Pendulum Zone. Okay, it does nothing then. Cool. Alright, let's activate our Machine Angel Ritual. We're going to use Summon Vrash using Ben 10, and let me think. He's going to summon out another monster. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to summon out Vrash. This is going to activate all three of their effects. So Vrash will destroy his monsters. Next to E to 10, Vrash is going to get 1,000 attack points. And then Ben 10, famously, will search me any light fairy monster. In this particular case, I could get Honest. Or I could get Diviner for later. Hard decision. I think I'll get Honest for now, just in case. But yeah, Vrash is going to destroy this thing. He'll take some damage. Oh. I thought he was going to be able to do something else there. Huh. You know, if that's the case, I'm not going to go for the horses this time. Okay. Very good. We'll summon out Honest the normal way. Oh, now what? Oh, he's flipping me face down. Oh. You son of a gun. Okay. Alright, you want to go this way? You want to go that way? I can go that way. I have many ways to go. I'm still not attacking with the horses this turn. I'll just attack with somebody else. We'll summon out our boy, the zombified vampire. See if we can get ourselves a Diviner or the Herald off of this. That'd be pretty good. Let's see, what are we gonna get? Hey! Diviner or the Herald! If only certain things are face up and other things are face down. But either way, we'll go ahead for our Diviner over Herald, get rid of our Herald. And I guess I'll just grab another ritual spell for later. I think that's good. Let me think about this. Okay. So one thing I do need to do before the end of my turn is get rid of Diviner. Because I remember how On-Eye's Pendleton Dragon works. I know he does double the damage and all that good stuff. So I am going to go for SP the Little Knight. And with any luck, this will prevent him from just annihilating my soul. So let's get rid of his big scale. I think it's been nothing but trouble this whole duel. And let me think here. I think that's just gonna have to be it. That's just gonna have to be it. If this guy draws a high scale, then it's just game right there. Because then he'll be able to Pendulum summon out his Pendulum Dragon and deal all the... Dang it, he did exactly that. Okay. Is that actually enough to gain... Wait a minute. I don't think it is. 25 to 16, that's 4, 9, 18... Okay, never mind. He Pendulum summoned that thing instead. You absolute dunce. Did you forget how this works? I can just banish our monsters. Should have gone for On-Eye's Pendulum. You got greedy, sir. You should have gone for Pendulum Dragon. At least you could have done damage. Could have done the damage, but you decided otherwise, sir. Alrighty. So, I think that will be it for this duel, although I am going to summon first out good old Dakini. Good old Dakini in a bikini, as we used to call her back in the day. At least I did, anyway. So, we're going to summon out Dakini. And now he has to get rid of his Venomy Dragon. He must do so. He has no choice. But there you go. It was a nice long duel, but it was a nice back and forth too. So once again, doing exactly what we want to do. And hey, I summoned the boss monster of all engine token monsters. He didn't do anything, but that's okay. He was there. He was doing stuff. I'm still not sure what my Call by the Grave would number chain, but that's neither here nor there. But regardless, let's go ahead for one more duel today. We've shown off a good chunk of what this deck wants to do in terms of like cyberangels and engine tokens and stuff. Hopefully in the final duel, we can show off like the ultimate combo of this deck. We'll see how that's going to go. But the deck's working phenomenally well. I like it. Alright, everybody, it's time for the third opponent, the fighting third. Last chance of romance. It's time for this deck to go all in. Alright, but you know, so far the deck's worked actually fairly well. I mean, when I first got this request, I was like, what the heck is an engine token? And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, we do stuff. We do stuff. So what do we have for our opening hand? It's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I've got my Diviner. I've got an Imperm. That's great for going second. So, all in all, not too shabby. I would love to draw into either Ben 10 or Eda 10, though. Because then I can really go hard with this hand. I can go much harder if I just had one of those two. Well, we'll see where it's going to go. I mean, my opponent's taking their time. They're thinking. Nothing wrong with that. What do we have against? Ooh. It's Gate Guardian. That can be tricksy. That can be tricksy. Let's see here. Alright. Labyrinth's Heavy Wool Tank. I think I will... I'll Imperm this just in case. It's hard to say whether that's going to stop him, though, but we'll find out. Maybe at least theoretically slow him down. We'll see. Depends on what he has in his hand. Do I remember correctly... yeah, he can banish the cards from his hand for the big one, but not the little ones. So we'll see what this is going to... Preparation of Rites. Illusion of Chaos. Oh, you're trying to get, Magician Souls to your head for a draw. Okay, this is like a draw engine. Okay. Okay. Well, that's fine. Funnily enough, I think it's Kazejin that is a spellcaster. So there is some weird bit of synergy here. But yeah, that's pretty brutal right there. He's trying to get out that Gate Guardian. Now, do I have anything to stop Gate Guardian? A little bit. Not a lot, but I got a little bit. So I assume this is where we get Suijin. Or, conversely, not Suijin. Kazejin. Okay. You think you would have gone for Suijin, but I guess not. Odd. I guess it doesn't matter. He's trying to get the Thunderous one on the board. Okay. He wanted to get Gate Guardian on Thunder and Wind. I will say, I always kind of like that they did this with the Gate Guardians. You know, they got like the kind of like with the not the ABC, but the XYZ lineup. You know, like XY Dragon, whatever, YZ, XY, all that sort of thing. Did the sort of same thing with the Gate Guardians. So I assume, yeah, you're gonna ditch a couple spell traps, get another one. What did you send to the graveyard? Got rid of your own imperm, I see. Interesting. And then you're gonna activate another Labyrinth Wall Shadow to get that sewage in. Ah, I see how it's gonna go. Okay. Alright. I mean, I guess my one imperm really didn't matter too much. It's neither here nor there, but you do you. Okay, so now we got 2 Gate Guardians to deal with. Or, conversely, we have Dark Guardian. Wait, why didn't you use the Dark Element? This would have given him protection and stuff. I mean, it's not great for me, but we'll see where it's gonna go. Let me think about this. Let me think about that. This is gonna get me a fair. That'll get me bend 10. That's at least something. Alright, let's go for Diviner of the Herald. We're gonna activate its effect. We'll go ahead and use our Diviner of the Herald. And we'll ditch our Herald of the Arclight. And normally I would go for like Varash here. But this can't be bested in battle. So I'm gonna have to be smarter about this. Let's see here. Yeah, get myself a Ben 10. Yes. Get Benton. That will work just fine. So we're going to activate our field spell, the Ritual Sanctuary spell card. Very nice artwork on this thing. And once per turn, I can ditch a spell from my hand. Very risky maneuver, I know. But this will let me get my Machine Angel ritual so I can do my ritual summons. Alrighty. So now that we've done all that... Actually, let me think about this. I'm trying to think about how I can be snarky with this. I suppose I could make Ultimaya Zulkin, but I don't think that's going to be helpful here. That is the operative issue. It's not really that helpful right now. So what we're going to do, I think... I'm just gonna diddle around with this real quick. We're gonna summon out Ben 10 first. My reasoning being, I want to use Prep of Rights in its full effect. So we're gonna go ahead and get... Actually, I can get Natasha. Let's see. Let's see. This card's in the graveyard. Banish the cyberangel. You can drain entire monster. Ooh, actually, that could work. That might work. We'll find. I actually don't know. I don't think that works if this wasn't ritual summoned proper. But I am game to find out. So we're gonna activate our Machine Angel ritual, summon out Dakini, using our 2 monsters. Hello, here comes Dakini. And she's going to go ahead and, my opponent has to send their cards to the graveyard. It's their choice. They're definitely going to get rid of Magician's Souls, but, I'm going to get Honest anyway. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, he has to ditch one of his monsters to the graveyard. And yeah, Natasha does have that ability to revive herself and all that stuff. I don't think I can use the effect, though. She has to be, on the board first. No, that would be way too easy. If that was the case, Natasha would have been on a ban list at some point. There's no way that actually works. Oh. Yeah, okay, so that does not work with Natasha. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter that much. It's all good. Alright, so now we're not going to use that. So we'll just beat into that dude. We'll endeth our turn. And during the end phase, good old Dakini... let's get back Natasha. Yeah, let's get back Natasha. That way we can try to get her onto the board and then get her off the board and then revive her and steal that thing so I can use his Gate Guardian against him. That's the hope anyway. That's the hope, and that's what we would call the temperative plan, yeah? Temperative? What's the word? That's my tentative plan. Alright. Magician's Soul back on the board, trying to use it for more draws. I assume, yeah, Labyrinth Wall Shadow. Well, my opponent knows what they're doing. They at least, to some degree, they know what they're doing. Now, there's only one Dark Element. Let's see. Summoning out another one. Huh. Okay. So this can't be affected by spells and stuff, right? Unaffected by monster effects or the opponent's spell. Dang it. Alright. That's not necessarily good. That is what we in the business would call a not great scenario. Now, one good thing He's got the Gate Guardians combined. That's pretty bad. But the good thing is, Dakini is still on the board, and so is Magician's Souls. Because this doesn't protect him from, like, you know, me attacking Magician's Souls. So unless he links this off, there ain't much he can do about it. Yeah, very impressive, sir. You have all the dudes on the board. That's quite a lot of firepower. Quite a bit of it. Against any other opponent, that would have been more than enough. But unfortunately for you, I have Honest. And that will be game right there. Very good. Alrighty. So, I think that'll be good for today, as much as I want to keep dueling with this deck. Because there is a cool combo, like I said, with this deck. I'll talk about it in the end screen, but I'm low on time. So we're just going to have to call it for today. Let's go over the end screen, and we'll talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody. So, our cyberangel Motorhead deck actually went 3-0, which is surprising to me. I didn't think the deck was going to be that good, but you know what? Luck was on our side today. We were able to do whatever we wanted to do with our deck today. Got to summon out our cyberangels, got to summon out a little bit of the motor monsters, a little bit of Horus on the side, but again, for the most part, that's just there for tributes, and it's there for link materials. You know, didn't get to do the full anything today with this deck. It's one of those decks I'm definitely going to be doing again post 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! I definitely want to take another look at this deck, especially if they make more engine token cards, but I really doubt they ever will. But I would like to play this deck again in the future, because there are some cool combos this deck can do. Things like combining Diviner that's level 6 with our Motor Shell to make Chaos Angel, or, you know, level 6 Diviner plus any ritual to make ourselves Ultimate Zolkin. There's some really cool stuff that this deck is capable of, but for the most part, it's a very straightforward deck. You summon out your cyberangel ritual monsters, you attack your opponent. You know, simple, straightforward, you don't need to overcomplicate things. It's just an option to overcomplicate things. So, we got our deck worked out pretty dang good today. I'm happy to see that it did do what we wanted it to do. We summoned out engine tokens, we summoned out Omega, we summoned out the cyberangels. You can't ask much more than that. That was the whole point of the deck, and that's what we did. So, I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smack the like button and consider subscribing to help the channel. We're in a bit of a rut, and we have been for like a week or two, but, you know, we're still going strong. 22 more days of this 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then the future. So, here is our deck profile for anybody who is curious of what deck we were playing today. And take it out and have yourselves a good old time with it. So, for the main deck, we have ourselves our 3 copies of Horus with the rest of the Horus package. You know, just a pretty typical thing. 3 of this dude, 1 of each of these guys. I just played the 1 King Star because this is a side tech just for bringing out like the 1 Link monster and for a little bit of tribute fodder. So just 1 King Sarko. If it goes away, just focus on other things. We have our 1 copy of the Fiendish Engine Omega, is our big boss of the engine tokens. We have 1 Choju the Trillion Hands for searching out monster and spell of the ritual variety. 3 copies of our Motor Shell, Sent to the Grave, gives me a token. It's also really good when combined with the level 6 Diviner for some level 10 action. We got ourselves 2 copies of Honest, really good card for our light monsters that are focused on battle. 3 copies of Diviner as a starter in the deck, ditching ourselves Herald, getting myself Ritual Spell or Monster, whatever I need. It's also just a nice big tuner monster, so that's some cool stuff there. 1 copy of Brash is our mainline boss monster. Blows up things from the extra deck, attacks multiple times, protects from field nukes, all the good stuff. We have our 1 Dakini in the Bikini as another beat stick in the deck. Has piercing damage. Your opponent has to get rid of 1 of the monsters when it's summoned. So it's very nice for, you know, if you can bait out something like Dragoon, then you summon this thing out and then they have to get rid of Dragoon. That's a thing. And then it also has recoverability to itself. It gets me back my ritual monsters and my ritual spells. We have 3 copies of our Ben 10, which is like the ultimate monster in this deck. When this card is tributed by whatever means, it searches you a light fairy from the deck to the hand. It could be any light fairy monster, anything at all. 2 copies of Eda 10. When you use this ritual material, it's going to give your monsters a big boost. It's also just a nice good combo off with Ben 10 as well. They're both just happen to be level 6. 1 copy of cyberangel Natasha, which takes a little doing. You have to get her on the board and then off the board to make her full power known. But Natasha can be really nasty. It can steal your opponent's stuff, give yourself life points, negate attacks on your cyberangel ritual monsters. It's really darn good. And it's not a once per turn negate on the attack. If I'm reading this right, yeah, it is not a once per turn on that. So, really nasty card if you get on the board. One copy is Harpy's Feather Duster because we are going second, of course, with this deck. We have our 2-for-1 repair job. Pretty straightforward. Banish a Dark Machine. Bring out a monster of the Dark Machine variety that mentions the engine tokens. Primarily, we use this to get out Fiend Engine Omega, but if he's in the grave, or if we just, want to get out Motor Shell as well, for our little combo, that's an option there. We have ourselves our Merciful Machine Angel as a one-off card. Tribute off one of your ritual monsters, draw 2, discard 1, or rather, it puts a card on the bottom of the deck. But you can't special summon except for rituals the turn you play this card, so it limits you, so you just want to play this as a one-off card, but it can go hard at the same time. One copy of Monster Born for generic Monster Born stuff. 2 copies of Preparation of Rites, because it searches out my low-level rituals and recovers my ritual spell. We also have 3 copies of the Machine Angel Ritual, very nice ritual spell. Ritual summons any of my monsters and protects them from being destroyed by stuff. We have our 1 call by for obvious call by reasons. I already mentioned the 1 Sarko, 2 Ritual Sanctuary for adding light ritual monsters or spells from the deck to the hand by ditching spells from your hand. Really nice thing in there. It also has an ability to revive your fairies by banishing spells, but we're not playing the low-level ritual cyberangel stuff to really use that effect too much. It's mostly just here to search. And then, of course, 3 imperms, because we're going second in this deck a lot. So as with the X deck, we have things like Herald of the Mirage Lights, which does have a spell trap and negation by ditching fairies from the hand of the graveyard. I really wish it was tributing those monsters, but that's neither here nor there. Which is a nice little thing, but when it's sent to the grave by my opponent, it also can get 2 ritual and or spells with different names from the grave back to the hand. Good bit of recovery. It's something we go into very rarely, but it's still nice to have. We have things like pretty generic, Masquerena. We got for Lil Knight. We got for Unicorn. There's also Dynamondo, which is a nice link that works with rituals. We can't use it full power because, most of our Cyber Angels don't do anything unless they are proper ritual summoned back, not if they're just special summon, period. It's still a nice monster for clearing out cards on the board, so it's an option. We, of course, have our Soryuja Skulldread. Very nice. That's not Soryuja Skulldread. We have Soryuja Skulldread just to draw more cards, get more monsters on the board that work. Then we have Underworld Goddess in case things go horribly wrong. They're up against an unstoppable boss monster. I have my Photon Strike Bouncer, which I realized at the end that I didn't have in the deck because the yugioh Pro messed up my deck profile a little bit. But I like the 1 Photon Strike Bouncer, which, any rank 6 can do, but I like this guy because he's light attribute. But you have this guy on the board, he can negate monster effects on the board by detaching materials, burns your opponent a little bit at the same time. It's just a nice thing to have just in case you need it. We have our 1 Underworld Vampire, the Zombie Vampire. Good for moving out cards and getting us more bodies on the board. It's pretty cool. I like to have 2 copies of Herald of the Arc Light. You might think 3 at all times, but I find that I prefer to win the duel a little bit faster than that. So I play 2 Herald of the Arc Light for ritual summoning and ritual searching at the same time, so that's a good thing to have. We have our 1 Crystal Wing for ultimate Zulkin combo here. We have our Soul Supreme Sovereign Shenying. Just another level 8 synchro that I can make onto my board. Protects myself by banishing out my cards, and if cards get banished, I can banish cards of my opponent. It's pretty dang nasty to have on the board. And then, of course, we have our Chaos Angel, which again I can make with a level 6 Diviner and a level 4 Motor Shell. Protects all my monsters from being beaten in battle. Is immune to monster effects, so that's a pretty dang good thing there. And again, there's Ultimaya, which is part of our little combo there. Again, around Diviner. So, just bring this out, get yourself a Crystal Wing Dragon, go from there. Now, as with the side deck, there are other engine token cards. They're not great by any standard. But, there are things like Motor Frenzy, which, if it is tributed, if it is tribute summoned and then sent to the graveyard, you get 2 engine tokens, which, I feel if there were more 2 engine tokens, then I would play more of the engine token cards, but, I'm playing the most important ones right here. I'm playing the most important ones. There's also things like Bootin if you want just another tuner, but I find that Diviner is just plenty. There's also Cyber Angel Izana, which can, basically just like the Dakini, but for spell traps, just get rid of your opponent's spell traps, and it also protects from targeting. There's also things like Avermax if you want to make more use of links in the deck, But I felt like, again, this is a ritual summoning deck, and we only really need to link off one time. So that's a thing we can do. If you want to play more of the engine token cards, you might want to consider things like Allure of Darkness in the deck as more of a draw thing, because you only need so many of these actually on the board. So that's our deck here today, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it. And tomorrow is day 79, and we're playing some snakes. We're taking a look at the Mitsurugi archetype with some other cool snake stuff. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. Till next time, everybody, your boy Memphis is signing out. I'm going to see you guys again bright and early tomorrow, or afternoon tomorrow. Don't know when I upload the videos. It really depends. Regardless, thanks for watching. Until tomorrow, everybody else stay safe and happy. And you have a good one. I'll see you on the flip side. Take care.